yesterday, what the Speaker of Parliament and his lawyers sought to do was to ask the Supreme Court to set aside their claim of not pronouncing those 4 seats vacant, right? And that application was refused. But in the heat of this thing, a lot had happened in court. And this is coming at a time where we are hearing that the Council of State have gone to visit the Speaker of Parliament. So what is happening? Very interesting things. What is happening?
What is happening is power play.
Okay.
Charlie, I'm enjoying the theatrics.
A good time to be a Ghanaian, man.
Like I say all the time, this year has been a good legal education.
Right.
Not even the president and vice president are exempt from obeying the orders of the Supreme Court when they are made to give effect to its duty to prevent a violation of the Constitution.
Yesterday, 30th October 2024, the Supreme Court sat down to hear the case of the Speaker asking the Supreme Court to set aside their ruling on Parliament. And in the end, that request was refused. But before that request was refused, a lot happened in court. And you know, sauce and pepper, if you know it gets saucy, we are right here to add some spice to it. Kingsley.
Yes, sir.
So yesterday, what the Speaker of Parliament and his lawyers sought to do was to ask the Supreme Court to set aside their claim of not pronouncing those 4 seats vacant, right? And that application was refused. But in the heat of this thing, a lot had happened in court. And this is coming at a time where we are hearing that the Council of State have gone to visit the Speaker of Parliament. So what is happening? Very interesting things. What is happening?
What is happening is power play.
Okay.
Charlie, I'm enjoying the theatrics.
A good time to be a Ghanaian, man.
Like I say all the time, this year has been a good legal education.
Right.
But yesterday it was fairly okay.
Okay.
But for some few observations I made that didn't sit well with me.
Okay.
The Speaker's lawyers, they went to the court, asked the Supreme Court to overturn their own ruling. And I think fairly that was okay, but the preliminary ones of
talking about preliminary ones, what do you make of the Speaker's lawyer asking one of the judges to recuse himself because he was a former known NPP parliamentary candidate? What do you make of that?
I didn't really see the substance of that because the guy went through a process, right? And I'm not sure since he was elevated to the highest court of our land, he has done anything for us to believe that even though he has a background in with a political party, he is going to be biased based on that. Right?
Yeah.
And to be fair, he said he resigned before he attempted to go on the bench. So you can be MPP, but you can change your mind, right?
Right.
And I felt that was premature ejaculation for me. So we've not started the thing, and you are all over the place saying the guy is biased. What do you have to show that he'll be biased?
So again, it's not about what you have to show to be biased. So he is basing his argument on the fact that we know you came through parliament, you were vetted so that you become
he went through parliament, so what is our problem?
Good. And you became that, and now we know you to be a parliamentary candidate of the very people who have come to you to say that no, don't vacate these seats. So now I am not a lawyer, but they have what they call conflict of interest. So he believes that if you have held this position before, there is that likelihood, even if you would not be conflicted.
But that's not entirely true.
Okay.
Conflict of interest here is that he is doing something and you can clearly see you to go against. But here's the case, they've called a panel I haven't said anything. I haven't done anything, and you started accusing me. That is not fair if you ask me. But the speaker. The speaker, I should say that they've been consistent, especially the NDC side of parliament.
Okay.
They've been consistent, especially Okujetua Blakwa, Honorable, has been saying the same thing, that Akufo-Addo is pardoning the Supreme Court with party. That's according to the member of parliament.
Right.
With party faithfuls, we know of the EC party person who is there now. So that bias is there. But mind you, NPP is majority group then or now, I don't know. But they approved it. So I had a challenge before we came on this set that the person went through the parliamentary system. You guys approved it to go. So when he's there now and he has to adjudicate something that involves you, you want us to forget about it because he's an NPP man. But whose case should he sit on? If not yours, should he sit on mine?
Right.
Then we should just let him out of the place.
Because I don't think any judge will get to that highest level in law, and you would have to question that, because I believe they earned where they are, so that respect should be accorded to
and
them.
with all due respect to the speaker, we are all Ghanaians,
right?
So you are telling him to recuse himself. If the next person also tells him to recuse himself, then he's better off not being there, because as he has been approved by Parliament to be there, he will definitely be empaneled for every case the CJ deems fit.
Right. So with this new visit from the Council of State to the Speaker of Parliament, do you see the Speaker conceding and coming to terms with the government and calling back Parliament?
At this point, no one can convince me that Council of State is the one going to make the Speaker recall Parliament.
Okay.
If for nothing at all, the past 1 month or 2 months, the Speaker of Parliament have made us understand that the number 3 position is as powerful as the Chief Justice and as the Executive President.
I think he has brought some,
just like someone has chopped the president, he has also chopped the number 3. Well, and for a good reason.
Exactly.
He wasn't just picked and then put there. No, he was elected by both parties.
Right.
In this case, NPP, NDC. So you can't push him over.
I see the excitement in your face, but it's interesting. Ghana politics is.
I'm so happy. Now I want to read law.
Okay, speaking about reading law, what do you make? What is the implication of the CJ refusing this application by the Speaker of Parliament?
As in the
to set
judge
aside, yes.
No, the substantive one will be heard at a later date, but dismissing this one.
Yes. What are the implications?
Like I said, I don't have an issue with the judgment of striking it out or dismissing that claim, because he has gone through a process. CJ is not there to say, you should remove him. Even when ordinary people want judges removed, they have to look at the pros, the cons, the evidence and everything to be sure that, okay, if you are there, you'll be biased, so move. But here's the case. I don't know the number of cases he's even sitting on since he was approved, but he hasn't said anything. A judgment hasn't come out. How do you prejudice something I will do? As I am here right now, how do you know what is in my mind?
Right.
During the 2013 election petition, some of the judges allegedly, because when you are appointed under a regime, the assumption or the prejudice is that you would lean towards that. But even in that, some people who were appointed under Kufuor's time wrote against NPP and Akufo-Addo in 2013. So he has gone to me. That's my problem. If you wanted him out, you would have stopped him when he started the process at the Supreme Court. You vetted him, you approved him, he's here. You should move. Namimike is number 10.
Interesting. So when on social media, right? After we heard and watched these proceedings, when you go, the vibe netizens are giving has a lot to do with the CJ's posture. You know, a lot of people are like, you are the mother of the court.
Yes.
So you have to be the bigger person, shield all emotions, and, you know, and still deliver. So the impression you get online is that his demeanor didn't really match, you know, like, so they were concerned. But what I saw was a Ghanaian who was frustrated because there is a constitutional crisis, as she puts it, because parliament is not sitting. We can't live in a country where parliament is not sitting. There's no government business going on. And so for me, that was what I saw. I saw a mother, a woman, a Ghanaian who felt frustrated because his country has come to a halt, because a certain group of people have decided that, no, we will not. So for me to say the demeanor, yes, we are all humans. You get it? It's neither here nor there, because I mean, and in the video you can see she stated clearly that what kind of country are we living in? That parliament is not sitting, and that should be frustrating.
Now who caused them? We are our own trouble. See, yesterday listening to the CJ, when she said the court couldn't fathom why 3 months to the next parliament being reconstituted means that they will lose representation. But you have the people of SAL.
Yeah. Oh,
you have the people of SAL. The case was brought to the Supreme Court. You took them back to the High Court. And for 3 good years, the case was with the Supreme Court. It went back to the High Court. Are these 4 constituency, or the people of these 4 constituency, more important than the people of SAL? Is that what we are saying?
Well, you know what? Let's leave this, your question, to the viewers. Let us know, like, what's your take on this? But finally,
and let me just add this.
Okay.
Like they always say in the legal practice, justice must not just be done; no, it must be seen to be done.
Okay.
So if posture and demeanor is anything to go by, then I find it worrying the way our Chief Justice was going about when some of the lawyers stood up to speak. I overheard them say at one point in time that I know you won't double your words like the other person, so you talk.
Yes, you know sometimes, but you see, sometimes in the heat of the moment, you know, tensions flare up and all of that. You get it? But we know that they will not lose sight of the fact that they are there to serve in the national interest of Ghana.
And they shouldn't also lose the sight of the fact that the public is watching.
Yeah.
The confidence in the judiciary, if we continue to see it the way we are seeing it, the confidence will drop. And that is very dangerous for our democracy.
I agree.
Because now it's almost as if some people, allegedly, you can now predict what will happen when a party sends something to court.
And that's not good.
With all due respect to the court, I'm not even saying that that's what happens. But that is how you are making us believe or see it to be. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And it's very worrying for me. Seriously, if you ask me, it's very worrying.
Right. I understand your frustration. And as it stands now, I believe every Ghanaian is as frustrated as you are, you know. Yes, but for me, what I foresee happening is, again, I foresee a lot of, you know, lobbying happening in the background. People reaching
the speaker will make his decision not because someone influenced him to. That is what I want us to set the record straight.
Okay.
The 7 days for the recall is today or tomorrow. So I'm not sure House of Chiefs going and Council of State. Another one. Council of State going to him is what is going to influence the recall. No. Okay. The man has proven over the years, over the past 7.5 years, that he is the man. No, 4 years, 3.5 years. The man has proven that over the past 3.5 years, he is a man of his own and nobody can tell him what to do.
Okay, we will be here. Sauce and Pepper will be here monitoring the situation, and any new developing story, trust that we'll bring it to you. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Have a great day.